Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today, we're gonna do something just a little bit different, and that is, my boat has sustained some significant injuries, and I'm gonna have to try to fix it. I've got a crack in my hull that's my own doing, and I bought a kit off Amazon.com for a plastic welding repair kit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Try to mend my broken kayak and do a little plastic welding. This will be a first for me, so this will be a learning experience for both of us. That's enough of me talking. Let's get to it. Well, let me show you what I got going on. This is my Old Town 120 Sportsman. I've got a landing gear that I had installed prior to me buying the kayak. It came like that. I bought it as an aftermarket feature and had it installed at the kayak shop. And I'm gonna be totally honest, I wasn't overly thrilled with the way that it was installed, but I didn't really see a lot of other options for it. Old Town is pretty, this is the one thing I don't like about this kayak, is unlike, you know, a Hobie that has the reinforced back end, or the native where they have the rails where you can install a sidekick landing gear, this particular boat does not have a lot of options as far as adding a landing gear to the back of it. And doing what I do, landing gear is pretty much critical for what I do. And I really love the landing gear. However, there's not a really good way to do it. Old Town does not recommend you put landing gear on it for this very reason. It's not reinforced at the end. And as you can see, where that landing gear wheel goes in, as it gets torqued around, I damaged it. It has nothing to do with the boat. This is totally me. And I knew going into it I wasn't supposed to put that landing gear on there, but I did it anyway. So I have nobody to blame but myself. And that's the crack that I got, and that's what I'm gonna try to fix. So that's where we're gonna start. Here is the kit that I got off Amazon.com. It was like, I don't know, that was about 30 bucks or so. It's a nice little kit. Comes with lots of pretty much all the appliances and stuff that you need in here. It's got the gun. It's got some staples in there. I'll show you how we're going to try to use those. It's got some wire cutters in there, and it comes with rods of varying types, so you can weld the different kinds of plastics, and they're labeled for you. That's a nylon, ABS, polyethylene. That's what my boat is, so that's what I'm going to be using. Polyurethane, and then TPO. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be using. I mean, it's a pretty complete kit. I'm very curious. It comes with instructions too. So again, I've never done this, so we're going to figure out how to do this together. All right, the first step is going to be taking off the existing landing gear so I got access to what I need to do on the underside. All right, I've taken the landing gear off and cleaned it up real good. First step is it comes with this like foil tape, and you're gonna put that on the back side. So I'm gonna cut it to length and actually probably put a couple pieces on there and put it on the back side. You're not gonna be able to see it because I gotta access it from the underside in there. But that's the first step. Now the package, it comes with several different staples, and these staples are for different conditions that are outlined like right here. It kind of shows you the different conditions. One of them's, you know, for like inside corners, one of them's for outside corners, etc., etc. However, this is the one we're going to be using because my crack is pretty, it's not really on a corner, it's just a regular old crack, and it's going to look like that, or basically it's like a two prongs with like a little squiggle on it, and that's what we're going to use. Now how this works is you get the staple and you put it in this little, in the two prongs there, and then you're going to try to weld it onto that somehow. So let's see how this goes. Oh, that's pretty easy. Now you can see here I put a couple in. It's actually pretty easy. They go in there really easy. Now whether or not it's gonna stay long term, that remains to be seen, but so far the process is very simple. And just what I got, I mean, just pulling on them, they seem to be in there. Now this side's a little uneven because it's warped out of shape, so I'm going to try to put those in extra deep, and then I'm going to use some of that extra material, and I'm going to try to just pad all this out after I get done. But I'll show you I'll show you how I do that later. But right now, let me keep going. All right, that's kind of what it looks like. Kind of looks like he's been through surgery and we got stitches on there. But that part went in like really, really well. Now the next step is we got to get the clippers and we're going to cut all these little things, these little nodes off. So that's what I'm going to do next. All right, so that's what it looks like. I've got all the things cut down and it actually kind of looks like he's just got stitches on there. The next step is I've put on this little, it's like a little adapter on there, and then you're supposed to go through, heat it up, and then we're gonna try to smooth all this out as best we can. And I'm also gonna take some of this polyethylene, and then again, where it's crooked, I'm gonna try to add some material around there to kind of, it's not gonna look good, but it'll at least be beefed up a little bit. Or at least that's my intention. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, I've successfully used the heat gun and kind of buried the staples a little bit. Now I'm going to try to go back and where I got that bump, I'm going to try to put some additional plastic material down in there. We'll see how that goes. Well, that's it right there. It looks like absolute crap, but by golly, I think it's fixed. Now the kit, it does come with like some sandpaper and stuff, so you can kind of sand it down and make it look presentable, but I really don't care about it looking presentable because it's going to be covered up with the landing gear. But overall, that was actually quite easy to do. Now, how it actually holds up, we'll have to see, but it certainly beats having a hole, like a giant crack in the kayak. And that's always good. So who knew? Always out here trying to learn new things. Overall, I think that little kit, it works like pretty good. That was much easier than I was anticipating, I'll put it that way. I'll give you an update in like a couple months just to let you know how it goes, because I'm actually going to put the landing gear back on that. I actually have some other ideas, just FYI. Again, the landing gear is the reason that there's a problem to begin with. I'm actually going to work on some kind of reinforcement in here for a long-term plan. But in the interim, I'm just trying to get back on the water. So I'm going to reinstall the landing gear and then just try to be like real ginger with it. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching me fix my kayak. If you'd like to know anything about what I did today, not the lures, but the tools or anything, I'm going to leave a link in a description down there. Actually, I'm going to use like a link for my Amazon affiliate account. So if you need to purchase that equipment, I'm not sponsored by them, but I will get a cut, just in interest of full disclosure. So yeah, if you have a similar problem and you need to get it fixed, I think that kid will take care of it, and just use my little link down there. Anyways, hopefully I'll be back on the water next week. I'll be seeing you then. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing.